Hi there, and welcome to the 4th Shred Masterclass guitar lesson here at ultimateguitar.com. I'm Christopher Dahl, and today we're going to do our last Curious Coincidence solo. Yeah, that's right. I know some of you are going to be not very happy about seeing Curious Coincidence slowly fading away. But don't worry, we'll continue to discuss interesting solo stuff here at ultimateguitar.com. However, this last lesson will kind of give a meaning to the other lessons we've been looking at. Because today we're going to cover the topic of improvisation. And I know, I've seen some feedback from people who are asking, okay, so you say try to incorporate those licks into your playings. How can I do that? There's no easy answer to that question. I mean, that's what we're all struggling with, try to come up with good improvisations and solos. But we'll try to cover it a little bit here. I also want to say that, a big thanks to everybody who's been saying nice things about my playing and teaching style. It really means a lot, so thanks a lot. Okay, so let's get started then. Basically, we're going to take 2 patterns from our Curious Coincidence solo, and I'm going to show you the thought process and how you can kind of come up with your own stuff. So the first one, I think you've seen it, goes something like this. Whoops. That kind of thing. Now we're going to apply that to the A minor pentatonic scale. At the 5th fret, and then it becomes something like this. We're going to start from the 8th fret here. That's our lick. Now, how can we make an improvisation around that? Okay, so one obvious way would be to play just, downwards in the box, pentatonic box. So, instead of doing like this all the time, we can try to go down. And maybe we can try to go upwards then, afterwards. Okay, so what did I do there? Well, something like this, slowly. And then we go down to the G string. And we need to constantly stay in the pentatonic box. So that means we're going to start on the 7th fret here on the G string. And then I went up and I modified our pattern a little bit. So instead of beginning like this, we're going to do it like that. That's a bit of a slash style pattern. Slowly. Now we can also go up and down horizontally. In order to do that, we need to know the other boxes in the pentatonic scale. So very slowly. The first one was like this. The second one is something like this, and we're still in the key of A minor now, but we're going to start on the 10th fret. And the third one. So those 3 will be enough for us now. So now I want you to spend some time with these boxes and try to understand and learn them. And basically, if you see some guitarists who's walking around on the guitar like that, you can be sure he's just moving between different boxes, scale shapes, up and down. So there's no magic involved. It's just a matter of learning the boxes and then connecting them, and that's what we're going to do now. So let's get back to our pattern. So we were playing something like this. Okay, so how can we create more variations around that? Well, let's now apply the new boxes. So, instead of just... we're gonna play something like this. Okay, so slowly. And there with my pinky I added a note that's from actually the 4th box, but it's here on the 15th fret. Slowly. So what did I do? One more time. And you can end like that. Okay, so the thought process is constantly, try to use your imagination and try to, okay, so we moved up and down this direction. Can we move up and down that direction? Maybe combine them. Okay, so we start to get some cool stuff out of this. Now, I'm sure there are some shred guitarists out there who might ask themselves, what has this got to do with shred? Well, the answer is pretty simple. You need to end your shred licks with some, nice sounding bend or whatever. I've mentioned this before. So, for instance, if we were to shred like... it's pretty cool to end the run like that. Okay, so that's why you also need to practice these kind of phrasing patterns and move them around in your scale and end your fast run with, slow phrasing. Okay, so number 2, I want to cover a bit more difficult pattern, and it's once again taken from the Curious Coincidence solo. We have one passage that goes like this. So, I'm basically doing variations around this. We're immediately going to steal that little thing and put it in our pentatonic box. So it becomes something like this. Okay, we're in a different key here, so that's why it sounds a bit strange. We're going to play in the A minor pentatonic box once again. So that's our shape. Now, we're starting with a pick strike. Hammer on, pull off, pick strike. Notice I'm using different fingers here. I'm not playing like this. The reason is, if you want to do it real fast, you need to alternate between your middle finger and ring finger. You could also do it with your pinky and ring finger. So, taking that thing and, once again, try to, push yourself a little bit. What can we come up with this pattern? Okay, we could just apply the same thing. We could go downwards in the box. Could sound something like this. Something like that. Now, we could also go, of course,